For 4,500 years, the Great Pyramid of Giza has been the world's most perfect riddle, built for one man, but hiding secrets far older than him. And recently, in documents never meant for public eyes, a detail slipped out. A detail that Egypt tried to seal again immediately. Something was removed from Khufu's pyramid before the pyramid was even opened. No one knows what it was. No record describes it. But one thing is certain. Whoever removed it knew exactly where to find it, because they didn't search. They went straight to it. Tonight, we trace the mystery of the pharaoh who left behind the world's greatest monument, yet also left behind the greatest silence. A silence so deep, it swallowed his entire past. Khufu, the second pharaoh of the fourth dynasty, the king whose name built an empire of stone. And yet, we know almost nothing about him. No private writings, no personal diaries, no inscriptions describing his battles, his family, or his beliefs. Nothing. A man powerful enough to build a mountain of limestone the size of a city, yet he left behind fewer records than minor officials. Why? Many Egyptologists claim it was normal. But the truth is darker. Khufu's name was deliberately erased from multiple monuments, even in places where removing his name would have taken more effort than carving it in the first place. Imagine this. A king builds something eternal, and someone makes sure he isn't remembered for it. Inside the Great Pyramid itself, no inscriptions, no stories, no prayers, just empty stone. And maybe that emptiness wasn't an accident, because one of Khufu's closest architects vanished from history too. A man named Hemunu, the chief architect, the mastermind, the engineer of the Great Pyramid. He designed it, he planned it, he supervised every block. And then, silence, like someone reached into history and deleted him. The question is why? And to understand that, we follow the strange trail leading toward the pyramid's deepest secret. For centuries, explorers searched for secret rooms in the Great Pyramid. Then, in the modern era, researchers discovered something Egypt desperately tried to calm. There are unexplored chambers hiding inside Khufu's pyramid. Massive cavities, perfectly geometric, not tombs, not storage rooms. Something else. One cavity, larger than a commercial airplane, sits above the Grand Gallery. But here's the terrifying part. That cavity doesn't connect to any known passage at all. It's sealed on every side, meaning whatever is in there was placed inside before the pyramid was finished, before the outer stones locked everything forever. But how? Why? And who placed it? Then another clue emerged. Deep in the relieving chambers above the king's chamber, graffiti was found. Hieroglyphs. Simple work gang markings. Until someone noticed a detail Egypt quietly avoids. Some of those markings appear to have been added after the blocks were placed, meaning they were painted in impossible conditions, in spaces no human should have been able to enter. Either the markings are modern forgeries, or they reveal that someone accessed the inner pyramid chambers in a way we no longer understand. And then comes the most disturbing part. Inside those chambers, black crystalline residues were found. Chemical analysis was never published, not fully, not officially. Leaked reports claim the material behaved like burned resin mixed with a strange metallic dust fused at temperatures higher than ancient Egypt was believed capable of producing. What was burned there? Why was it sealed away? And why did Khufu need an entire mountain of stone to hide it? This is the story of Khufu, and the part of his life Egypt no longer wants to talk about. Khufu was buried in the Great Pyramid, that's what we are told. But no mummy of Khufu has ever been found, not even fragments. Egypt blames tomb robbers. Simple explanation, except there's a problem no one can explain. The sarcophagus in the Great Pyramid shows zero signs of ever being opened. No scratch marks, no force damage, no broken lid, nothing. It was empty the day it was discovered, meaning Khufu was never placed there. And now, a chilling theory is gaining traction among researchers who study suppressed excavation notes. Khufu wasn't missing. He was removed before anyone else could reach him. Removed by the same people who erased his history. Removed by the same group that seems to have accessed chambers we can't. What was he buried with? What did he take with him into the afterlife? What did someone not want the world to find? And if Khufu was taken from his own pyramid, then the Great Pyramid wasn't just a tomb, it was a vault built in a rush, built with precision beyond the era, built to hide something the ancient world feared. And the most disturbing question remains, if Khufu's body was removed, where is it now? And what else was taken with him? Because the story doesn't end in Giza. Across secret archives, excavation logs, and forgotten testimonies, there are whispers of a second burial site, a place no archaeologist has openly searched, a place they believe contains a missing pharaoh, a sealed object from inside the Great Pyramid, and the real reason Khufu's name had to vanish. A place Egypt is not ready to reveal. And until it is, the Great Pyramid stands silent, holding a secret older than its king, older than its stones, and older than Egypt itself. A secret that someone was willing to erase a pharaoh to protect.